Hello, welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm going to do this game, While the Iron's Hot. This is an amazing game. I love it so much. And this is the speedrun guide. So if you need to play a second time, which you do to get the other ending, because there's a good ending and a bad ending, you need to play it twice. This is the way you could do this in order to go as quickly as possible just to get through that ending. Alright, does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. So, alright, so when you start out, this is the opening part. Humble Beginnings is the first mission. You have to find the journal for that dude down there and give it to him, and then go straight up to this captain, and then go to the right side, and guess what? You just finished the first mission already. While the Iron's Hot, that's right. This game is so fantastic, I love it. It's actually one of my favorite games. So Humble Beginnings is now over, and we have now reached Crash Landing. And we're on Stall. That's what the name of this town is. So first you talk to Dristan, who's the guy with the beard and one arm. You know, I didn't realize he had one arm until, like, I don't know, I was almost done with the whole game. Anyway, yeah, so what he's asking you to do is go to here and start and forge your first forge, which you can do right away. It's free. So he's gonna, it's also part of the story. So once you build your first forge, you finish Crash Landing. There you go. Next is warming up. So now what you're going to do, he's going to go through the whole process of how to make stuff. Yeah, oh, that's nice. Here, do this, do that. And then you have to make a knife for him, basically. But you can't skip the tutorial stuff, even though I know how to make a knife. I memorized it. You can actually make things in this game without knowing the recipe, which is really cool. Anyway, so that's the end of warming up. You talk to him, and then you're out. All right, so now where you got to go is this abandoned mine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would go in there. No, I would not. Never. Alright, so yeah. But what if you had to? No, I wouldn't. So yeah, pick some stuff, grab some stuff here. As soon as you start walking back this way, that guy, the sneaky guy, what's his name? The Sneaky Bob? I forget. Oh, Sneaky Sam. Sneaky Sam. It looks just like Sneaky Bob from later. Anyway. You fall down there, you steal whatever he has. Oh, you steal that's actually the code. So yeah. Alright, so the code is LOVY. It's hard to read those codes, to be honest. But, you know, it's kind of like, I'm just going to say LOVY. So you go up that ladder, go left, and then you're going to grab the LOVY. And then at that point, you'll have enough materials to go out the right. Good. Alright? Now, at this point, you're going to have to go home because you're going to, well, now watch. If you see, you're going to go home. It's going to tell you to go home. Go home. Stop missing it. And you're going to be exhausted as soon as you get home. Which, look at him. He's like, oh, I can't walk. Anyway. Alright, so yeah. You go to sleep. There you go. Very good. Very good. Alright. And so the becoming independent is done. Now for meeting the lumberjacks. So, you got to talk to Tristan. And then we're going to head all the way. Not all the way. It's not that far. To Strum. No. Yeah. You need a pickaxe, by the way. If you haven't made a pickaxe at that point, you should make one. So, you talk to Ash, who is not catching Pokemon. That guy has a spear instead. Alright, so once you talk to Ash and you talk to Myrtle, Myrtle will then tell you you have to make nails and an iron hammer. There you go. This is the point where I took all my iron ingots and I kind of like spammed it out. If you can see what I'm doing, if you keep clicking it there in the green, you get 2 ingots, 2 ingots, 2 ingots. You can like get so many more ingots. And I kind of spammed out my iron at that point, just because I wanted to have enough iron. Yep, there you go. Here's my iron hammer. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It is. I know it is. Alright, you go back, and you say, hi, Myrtle. Here is your stuff, you know? Meeting the lumberjacks. Finished. Alright, now, as you're trying to leave, because I didn't want to do any side missions, this kid's like, hey, give me this helmet, which is actually the iron helm. Helmet. I get it. Alright. Wow. Hello. Alright. Yeah, so you need to get the iron helm recipe. I wonder if you could do it if you already know the recipe. Huh. You probably can. If you have like a list of recipes, which you probably find online. So then you give this helmet back to the kid and he gives you the needles. The knitting needles. There you go. Because you need the knitting needles for the next... No, not the next mission. You're going to need them soon. So anyway, they tell you to help people in town. And I'm like, I don't want to do side missions. I want to just speed through this. You have to do side missions. Now, how many? I don't actually know. I did... One time I played through this, I did 4. One time I played through this, I did 2. So, yeah. Just do as many as you can until you meet Feldspar. So, oh, I made my needles now, by the way. So make sure you make them now so you can get through it quickly. But there's Feldspar, the creep in the hood. I guess it's a Jedi. I don't know. Anyway, so, but yeah, Feldspar. He's gonna help people's over as soon as you talk to him. All right. Now, what I also did at that point was I made an axe and a knife, because you use the knife. You actually use the axe to get to this fella, and then to help him get to this point, save, you use a knife. So I made an axe and a knife and those knitting needles. Those are the 3 things I made before I reached that point. All right, because you're going to use them all. Like I said, I just used the axe and a knife to get to the ox. It's my favorite fella. All right, everlasting mystery. So I talked to my friend. I know you're very, very nice. I like you. You're my buddy. So I go down here to this southern location right here. See this tree? Chop it. Oh, look. A well. I'm going to go down it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, but you could skip this whole part just by giving him the knitting needles now. That's why making those knitting needles now is super good. All right. Now you got to pick up that spear and that sword right there that I was just at. Put the spear here. And put the sword here. The sword. And you get, look at this, you get Eternal Flame. And then you could finally upgrade your forge because you have that Eternal Flame thing. And that is going to be the end of that. Oh no, you still have to make this for, you have to make the chandelier for Feldspar. That's like the whole point. So the undying chandelier you can make. There you go. Once you give him that chandelier, that's when Everlasting Mystery is over. All right, on to A Path to the Future, which just talked to Myrtle. And she's like, oh, there's a bridge. Can you fix it? And I'm like, sure. Now, I didn't keep track of every little detail you needed for, like, what you need to build. Like, here I could have been ready with all this stuff, but I just decided it's right here. I might as well make it here. So, if you wanted to write down everything that I had to make and have it ready, that's up to you. But so you just have to fix the 2 sides. You see a chain, iron plate, screws, and bolts. That's what you're going to need for both those. You have to fix 2 parts of this bridge. And once you fix it, you can go home. You talk to Dristan. Yeah. And then I built my stables. Because this is the next mission, business opportunity. So I built the stable, which means I can go with my fella. And then where we go, this stupid swamp. I hate you. No. I hate the swamp. Oh my gosh. I keep falling through stuff. Please don't fall. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, I finally get to the ghost house. Now, I'm going to let you figure out most of the ghost house yourself, all right? I'm going to show you basically what you need to do. You need to go around and pick up stuff. You need to fill these shelves with all 6 pairs of shoes. I'm going to let you figure out where to get the shoes. They're all here. It's all puzzles. And you need to make the table look like that with the plates and the candelabra and the red tablecloth and the chair and everything. Once you get to this ghost, he's going to ask you 3 questions. The answers are 9 mattresses, shoes, and then teddy bear. Those are the answers. Yeah, bye, ghost. Then, guess what reward he gives you? Nothing. He just lets you leave. Lovely. I'm speeding this all up so you could still see the path to get to these places so that you could be able to get there and know where to go, but I'm trying to go fast so that you don't have to worry about watching it. So anyway, business opportunity complete. Now for Birds of Old. So you talk to those people. Now this is what I did. I talked to this dude Boulder right away. I'll tell you why. All right? So you need to spam right trigger over and over. And I did about 15 to 20 seconds. You have to go under twice. The reason why is because eventually, I think Myrtle, she's going to ask you to build a place for someone else to work in your town. And if you've already recruited him, which if you do it twice, you basically recruited him, then it's already done. You don't have to go find anyone else. So just do it twice. He's impressed, and then you recruited him, basically. All right? Then you head back to where the ghost house was. Then you got to go through this sneaky area, all right? By the way, this is where the lantern scroll is. You need to find these 3 kids, but for this you don't have to. But that's where you would do it. You got to go through that, and you got to go through that cave. The mine. So hopefully that made sense. That's the area where the lantern scroll is. You got to find the 3 kids in the hide and seek game. But you don't need to do it for the speed run, just if you're missing that lantern scroll. So this, you just got to go through this whole thing, get past that, and then the code for this is OYOZ. I know, those letters, whatever. Yeah, I was missing an X. So, the next place we're going to head is Vox. That's right, you are Vox. Hello. Hello, Vox. We're still in that Birds of Old mission. So you got to talk to Peregrine, who has a falcon on her arm. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. So now she wants a metal bird, right? I think, yeah, the activated metal bird. So you got to talk to Fawn, and you got to talk to Bear. This is Bear. And they're going to give you separate quests that you need to do in order to get more info on how to make this metal bird. Now, where's the mechanical heart? It's in that tree. You see that tree I just cut down? If you cut that tree down, you will get the mechanical heart. All right? So, you have to do Fawn's mission. I forget what... Oh, you have to make the steel daggers, and you have to make the fishing rods for these two. All right? So, once you do that, they give you the metal bird. I don't know if you have to talk to both, but I had to talk to both. So, anyway. So, yeah, once you do that, you use that mechanical heart you got from that tree up in the north, and you make a metal bird, and you activate it. You put the bird into the oven, the furnace, and then it activates it. And then you give it back to her, and you get the bird of all. There you go. All right. Now, Lost in the Sands. Now, you got to go all the way to the south, and you see that skeleton right there that I just picked up? That will give you the floating hull scroll, which will help you sail in the water. All right, you need that. So that's where that is. It's in there. So you make the floating hull. There you go. Now you can sail. Now it's a boat somehow. I don't know. Yeah, what kind of nonsense this is. Whatever. All right, just head down, and there's more land down there. And down there, you're going to get to loophole. I don't know. Loophole. And you're going to talk to Arcana. Isn't that nice? Hi, Arcana. Arcana, what are you saying to me? I don't know. I'm looking at potions. This is where you can start buying potions, by the way. That red one, Bruni's potion, that's where you could fast travel to your original town. So, yeah. I talked to Arcana, and I talked to Kirkabitz, I think that's her name. And you get the glass. How to make the glass. You get that recipe. So once you go here, this is the ruins. It's a little to the west of it. So you go there, and you say, hey, I need stuff to do. So you go down to that area right there. You see that chest that just appeared because you dug? This will show you how to make the 4 things you need. Ancient beaker, you have to make. Ancient burner. Ancient separatory, whatever the heck, what did I say? An ancient decanter. You need all those, and the steel pipe, in order to make these 4 structures, which you're going to use in this order. The blue one, the orange, is that orange, the yellow, purple, I don't know. You see what it is. Yeah. Now, once you make that, you go back to Arcana and tell her it's all good. Here's the thing. You need to bring bottles, glass bottles, to Kirkubert. I don't know her name. Kirkubert's? Alright, so make 3 glass bottles and bring them to her, because if you don't bring the glass bottles to her, you can't access the next part of her quest, alright? So you bring her the 3 bottles, which she taught you how to make, basically, because she taught you how to make glass. And she gives you this special stuff, and you pour it in. And guess what happens? Yeah. Bad things. Thanks, Kirkurbitz. Kirkurbitz, that's her name? Yeah, so make sure you bring her 3 glass bottles, though. That's the key. Make sure you bring that to her. And then you put this in. He's like, what the heck just happened? Yeah, now you're in the desert, all right? You're in the desert. Lovely. So you have no ox either. So you're going to have to go through this. I'm going to let you figure it all out on your own because it's just a puzzle. You got to change the day, change the night, over and over. Once you get out of there, you got to use the mirrors. You talk to Coral, and Coral will then bring you home. Yeah. Thank you, Coral. That was really nice of you. Yeah, let's go. There you go. We're home. So as soon as you get home, talk to Mr. Ox with the hat. They give the hat to the ox. Or Mrs. Ox, I don't know. Alright, there. Escaping the maze. That was escaping the maze mission. Alright, the next one, responsibilities mission. Because you have responsibilities. And as soon as you try to leave the town, Myrtle's going to be like, nope, you need to build something for someone to work here. That's where you've already got Boulder to be your guy, so you just build the thing for him. Yeah, as soon as you build that, there he is. Boulder's in your town now. I built the Gatherer Hut. That's what I built for him. And then that's it. That was like an easy, quick way to do it. So now I'm heading in my boat thing to this town, which is called Velhelm. When I get to Velhelm, I'm going to talk to Wade, who's the guy from the beginning. He survived, apparently. And he's going to tell me... Basically, I'm looking for my friend Dristan, that guy with the one arm. And you got to go all the way around here. You could skip all of this. You could just go straight to the sneaky hideout, which is all the way up here. Hopefully, you saw that when you were watching. The code is YVZO. And then you can get in there. That gnome is nice, except you poked him, so he just mad at you. All right, next is this dude, the sneaky boss, right? And then he tells you basically to go back to Strum. Yeah, and as soon as you talk to the captain guy, and then to that sneaky boss, Dristan will automatically be here, going up there, going into the snow area. And you're like, wait, can I do that? And she's like, nope. You need to come back with the chain wheels and 2 tokens. So the chain wheels, you just got to build. All right, that's not hard. Once she opens that up to you, you can open it. And here are some 2 tokens I got just for doing the missions. I got that bird one for doing the bird, and then that one, the gauntlet token. Yeah, you get tokens as you're going, so just put them in your inventory. All right, head back up. This is another way you can go up to there, by the way. I sped through that so you can see. It's almost done. We're almost done with the story. All right, you say, I got this stuff. You go up. Now, to get through this puzzle, you go left twice and up. There you go. This is the way to do it one shot. And to get the ball, by the way. Hello, ball. Which, by the way, is still glitched as of this video. Down and right. There you go. Now, you do want to go to these 2 chests. So I got to the end, but I go down, right, and then I cut the tree and I get the 1 chest. There's stuff in here you need for the next part. So just go to both chests. Then I go up, left, and then I go up again. And then I go right. And then that's the second chest, all right? You need all of that stuff. So what I do here at this point is I go back to the beginning of that area. I go left twice, and I come back, all right? Hopefully that all made sense. You know, you could slow it down and watch it again if you want. So you speak to Arcana again, and she's like, nope, breaking the bridge, rude, all right? So, yeah. And then this guy, Arrow, I think his name is Arrow. He's not wearing green. Anyway, he tells you got to give him a whole bunch of, I think it's a guy. You have to give him a whole bunch of stuff. Damascus plates, a rope. But it's on the screen. Screws and bolts, nails, gears. That's what he gives you, the gears. All right. Once you do that, you build the ballista, and then he's going to ask you to build the volcanic spear. Now, if you already know the volcanic spear recipe, which by the way is a Damascus spear with that little heart thing above it. That's how you make these things, all right? Yeah, that's the little heart thing. So I made the Damascus spear, and then there. So technically, I feel like you can make a lot of these without the recipes from the start. And now you have the volcanic spear. And then you need to put the spear in there, spam right trigger, and then you got the hardest part of the game. You got to cross this rope. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I almost failed, like, I don't know how many times. All right, it's actually the only part I think you could really fail at. All right, so then you enter Malima, which is that town right there. And we're going to skip all these people. We're going to talk to Opal and Dristan and be like, yeah, whatever you want. Whatever. You go inside. Here's the end. So what you're going to have to do, I'm not going to tell you all the details. You can figure it out. Make sure you have something to cut that rope with. I didn't have something. I had to go make it. The pass code is OZYV. There you go. Get through there, do this. You just basically have to build 2 switches. Here's a switch. So you're going to need like nuts and bolts and stuff. Screws and bolts. Once you go in here, that's it. We did it. That's a speed run. You just did it. Now you can finish both stories. I feel like you could do this if you really know what you're doing in under an hour, maybe. Maybe an hour and a half. There you go. Pick your choice. See you next time on Achievement Planner.